Hi, I'm Samantha McDouglas from thebridgeteachers.com. Come look over my shoulder at a play problem. On this hand, East was the dealer and opened one club, showing 3 or more clubs and an opening hand or better. Our hand overcalled one heart, showing 5 or more hearts and 8 to 16 points. Our partner bid 2 hearts, level of the fit, showing 0 to 9 points and exactly 3 hearts. After that, everyone passed. West was on lead and led the 6 of clubs. Before you ever play a card, I want you to have as complete of a plan as possible. For the purposes of the lesson, I will often skip this step just to get to the point where we can see the lesson. But in real life, I don't want you skipping this step. I want you assessing the hand and coming up with a complete plan. On this hand, we're going to play through the first 8 tricks, and then I'm going to ask you what you would do. Your assignment is to pay attention to the club suit and the heart suit. The person who played our hand played low, with East playing the jack, and Declarer won the ace. Declarer now led the jack of diamonds, with West covering, Declarer covering, and East playing the ace. East now led a spade, which Declarer won, and now Declarer played a diamond. All of this was just to get to dummy, which Declarer has now done so that they can lead a heart from dummy, taking the heart finesse. The finesse won with the king taking a trick, and Declarer now led the 2 of hearts, with West playing the 9 of clubs, and East winning the jack. East now led another spade. The person who held our hand ducked, allowing West to win. West led the queen of spades, and our hand played the king. And here we are. Before I ask you what you would do, let's see how you did with your assignments. Let's start with the heart suit. How many hearts are outstanding in the opponent's hands? 2. Are they higher or lower than what we have? They are both higher. That is all you need to know, but bonus points to you if you know that the 2 outstanding hearts are the ace and the queen. Which defender has these hearts? East. Now let's talk about the club suit. What high clubs are still outstanding in the hidden hands? Only the queen. Where do we think the queen is? Almost certainly in the East hand. Now there is some guesswork there. We don't know that for certain. But West led a higher club and East played the jack. And then given 2 opportunities to lead, East never led clubs back to their partner. The combination of these 2 things makes me think that the queen of clubs is in the East hand. With all of this information, what are we going to lead next? A heart. Why? Because we want East to lead clubs. Let's look at all 4 hands. Sometimes when you look at a hand from the very beginning, you see the potential for the end play and you can set it up and play for it. But sometimes the hand doesn't really have any potential for an end play at the beginning, but as it unfolds, that potential develops. We don't know for certain that East doesn't have another diamond. And if they have another diamond, it is possible they can get off the end play. But if they don't have another diamond, when we put them on lead with hearts, they will have to lead clubs. Why do we want East playing clubs? so that we can take a trick with our 10. If it is left up to us to play clubs, we will always lose a club trick. If we play the 4 to the king, the next club trick will lose to the queen. And we can't improve matters by leading the 10, because now, if we play the king, we have no way to take a second trick, and if we play the 5, East simply wins the queen. No matter how we play the club suit, if we're the ones playing clubs, we are going to lose a club trick and go down. If we go back, step 1 is recognizing that you don't want to play clubs, that we have an expectation that East probably has the queen. And with that in mind, we very much want East playing clubs, because if East is leading clubs, if they play the queen, we will play the king and our 10 will be good. And if they play low, we can win with the 10. In order to do this, we need to give East the opportunity to lead clubs. And in this case, at this point in the hand, this is a legitimate end play where East cannot avoid leading clubs. We simply lead a heart. This does not cost us, because we are always losing a trick to the ace and the queen. There's nothing we can do to stop that. But by putting East on lead, now we don't lose the club trick. East cannot get off lead with any other suit. Even playing the ace of hearts doesn't help, because East is still on lead. Sooner or later, East is going to have to lead a club, and when they do so, if they lead low, we play the 10, believing that they have the queen, and we win the trick. It doesn't help East to play the queen. If they play the queen, we simply play low, win our king, and now our 10 is good. Let's go back. At this point in time, we have a club loser and 2 heart losers. And if we lose all 3 of these tricks, we don't make this hand. In order to make the hand, we have to get rid of a loser, and there is nothing that we can do to avoid losing the 2 hearts, which means we need to avoid losing the club. Identify that you cannot succeed by playing clubs, but that we do have a finesse position if we can force East to lead clubs. And on this hand, because of how the defense defended, we can. By leading a heart, we put East in an unwinnable position. Now they have to lead a club, making our 10 good. The end play is an invaluable tool. It is incredibly useful when you don't want to play a suit, but instead want the opponents to play a suit. Sometimes we can set this up from the beginning of the hand, and sometimes it just happens with the way the hand unfolds. Now, we didn't know that East didn't have a diamond, and if they had a diamond, they could lead it now and get off the end play. But the best that we can do sometimes is hope, and on this hand, we are hoping that East does not have a diamond and will be forced to lead clubs. Thank you. Summer's in full swing, and there's no better time to sharpen your bridge game. Like and subscribe so you're ready for every deal that comes your way.